God's the Aircam from the Aircam Photography Talk. So today I want to talk to you guys about why you need to hustle and how you could hustle as a photographer. So I think all of us have this notion of success and whatever success means to us. And to me, my personal definition of success is to never run out of inspiration, to keep sharing new ideas, and essentially to work hard. And the thing that I'm actually most grateful for is, I don't think I'm, the smartest guy out there or the most talented, whatever, but I'm probably just one of the hardest workers and the hardest hustlers. And I really do think that's the only key to success in today's world is to be a hustler. My business hero is probably Jay-Z, and it's because he came from the projects. He was poor, and personally, I relate to that because I remember growing up, not having much with my family. We had to work so hard and hustle so hard, and at the end of every month, we didn't know that we'd have enough money to pay the rent. And that essentially taught me that I couldn't outsource my life to anybody else, is that I had to take responsibility for my own life, and I had to judge myself based on, building my personal value, to work hard, to be inventive, to be innovative, and to come up with new ways to make money, to put myself out there, to promote myself. And I think if you're watching this, realize that I don't really think that the goal is to have a bunch of money. I mean, that's what modern society tells us, but I think the goal of us as photographers, as visual artists, is for us to always stay inspired and to always keep making, to keep producing. The goal isn't to just one day just make a bunch of money and just sit and relax at the beach. I actually think that having more intensity, having more focus, having more drive to do more cool, dope shit in the world is the elixir of life. It's the way of staying young. All the people I know who are a little bit older, they're able to stay active in their older years and to be healthy. It's because they have a drive, they have a purpose to live, they have a reason. And for me, my purpose, my reason is to create information that empowers other people and hopefully will empower future generations. And obviously, I want this information to also benefit myself. And even at this point, obviously, I want to make more money, but it's not having money for the sake of me just buying more shit that I don't really need. It's more using money as a tool of power, of influence, to help make the world a more dope place, to help support my sister, help Cindy, help our families. And actually, that's probably my biggest driving factor in my life right now too, is help out my sister Annette, is that she's such a talented, amazing artist. And I know there's so many other artists out there who are struggling as much as she is. And she kind of lost her drive and her sense of hustle. And having a sense of purpose, having a reason to work hard is actually what gives us meaning and purpose in life. So I think ultimately the best way to be a hustler in photography and to stay motivated is to know what your true intrinsic values are, why you do what you do, who you do it for, and not really caring about extrinsic values about how much money you're going to make, blah, blah. It's more of am I doing something purposeful, meaningful in my life that's going to make the world a more dope place and help empower other people? And I think that there's a nice Nietzsche quote I like is, if a person has a why in life, then you could almost discover any how, which means if you know why you live, what your purpose in life is, for why you do what you do and what the purpose of your life is, then you'll find any how. So how you can make a living, how you can make money, this is all just unimportant things on the side. My biggest inspiration in terms of business is probably through, Google, is Sergey Brin and Larry Page. They just wanted to make a great platform or a great service to make all the information on the internet accessible. And they had no idea how they were going to monetize Google, but they just kept being relentless and ruthless and focused and kept hustling to make Google better, 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 until obviously it took over the world. But initially their drive was to make the world a better place and to make it easier for people to access information. And so for me too, is the reason I'm creating these entrepreneurship videos and resources is obviously to make myself more influential, more famous, more powerful, whatever. But more so than that is help unlock the inner artist in you, the inner hustler in you, and for you to have confidence to sell yourself, to market yourself, to brand yourself as an entrepreneur, and essentially achieve your fullest personal maximum and use that inspiration to help motivate other people. So to recap, some practical ways you guys can be a hustler. So first of all, treat yourself like you're a broke college student. So we all know what it was like to be a broke college student or a high schooler where we didn't have much money. By not having money, you couldn't just buy your problems away, just buy it on today Amazon Prime and just buy away your problem. But really, you had to be clever, inventive, and so when in doubt, don't spend money. Try to think of other ways around you could innovate around. Also, a good way to be a hustler is, this is a simple thing, is intermittent fasting. So I'm a huge fan of intermittent fasting, is that I don't eat breakfast or lunch, I only eat a big ass dinner. And it kind of gives me this inner hunger and this inner drive in order for me to hustle and work hard, because I'm essentially like fighting for my meal. And often when I eat too much, I just kind of get lazy and demotivated. But by drinking lots of water, coffee, not eating until dinner, I'm able to stay sharp. I see myself more like a hungry eagle, like a sharp eagle where I have a slight taste of blood and I want to stay motivated. And also the last thing as a hustler is realize that essentially you control your own fate in your own hands. And I do think that, obviously there's no formula for success. A lot of it is luck. But I do think that probabilistically speaking, if you hustle harder, you work harder, you're more innovative, you put yourself out there, you produce more, you're going to increase your likelihood or your percentage chance of success. So these are the 3 things that I recommend you guys to do is, when in doubt, produce more, be a maker. One thing I like in the original artists were poets, and the word poet means maker. So to succeed in today's world, be a maker. Makers shall inherit the world. So don't doubt yourself, hustle, listen to more Jay-Z and Kendrick and Kanye, and once again, write your own future, make your own life story, and make value for yourself and to the rest of society. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.